Hello world and all who inhabit it. Today I'm going to be making my first anti-haul. Anti-hauls were started by a YouTuber named Kimberly Clark. A bunch of other YouTubers do them also. Some of my favorites personally are from a YouTuber called Georgia Harris. She's super honest and I love her personality, and she does a great job at making these videos. Since the makeup world has a lot of new releases coming out all the time, sometimes it just seems like a little bit much. You're constantly getting bombarded by all these new products, new ideas, new shades, all sorts of different concepts. So an anti-haul is kind of just like a summary of all the products that you're not going to buy out of all these new products that are coming in. Sometimes it's hard to make these choices with so many products coming out, and it's nice just to hear somebody else's opinion because we all have different views on things and what we see in a product and what about the packaging and what you've been hearing and how much it is. And it's kind of just helpful to see it all put together and somebody else's point of view on it and what they think is worth buying and not. So to get started, the first object that I will not be buying this season is the collaboration with Too Faced and Kat Von D. Now this has nothing to do with either of these companies. I absolutely love these companies. Just this collab, I feel like I was expecting so much from all the advertising they did for this, and it just kind of fell short for me. I feel like a lot of the colors in this palette don't really cohere with each other, and that's understandable because Kat Von D and Too Faced are like completely different spectrums. Kat Von D's kind of got, your darker colors. Too Faced is always like your shimmery fairy, butterfly colors. They're two completely different brands, and I think that's great that they came together and collabed on this palette. But the problems I seem to be finding with this is that I can't get a coherent look from this. I can't look at the Too Faced side and look at the Kat Von D side and like somehow magically pair any of them together in my mind. If these were on like a regular palette, like a regular just square pan, it would probably look so much worse, and I don't think as many people would have bought it. Now the packaging is adorable. I love the packaging on this, but I just can't see myself getting it. I don't need any of these colors. I love the Too Faced side, but I still feel like it's lacking. Like there's more colors that I need there, or maybe some different textures, because the Kat Von D side is all matte and the Too Faced side looks like it's all shimmer. So I just don't see it being very coherent. Even though I understand the idea of them wanting to collab together, I still think that part was a great idea. I just will not be buying this palette this season. The next thing I will not be getting on board with this season is the cushion foundation trend. I didn't even know these things made a comeback, but I've seen a lot of YouTubers posting things about these new cushion foundations and like raving, and I don't get it. I'm not a big cushion foundation person. In my opinion, you just don't get as much product. It's all soaked up by that cushion, and you have to use a sponge or your beauty blender or whatever to get it out. I can't imagine using a brush with one of these. It would be kind of difficult. This is something that I could see pairing up well with the new Scilla Sponge trend, and I'll get to that later, but I just don't like these. I feel like for the money you spend on some of them, like the one I use for example is the Physicians Formula, is like $16, and you only get like 0.47 ounces of product when usually a foundation bottle you get like a whole ounce. And to me, that's really like a waste of money. So I just can't see myself getting on board with this trend, especially since it's just, I don't know, I feel like it looks weird and I don't like the concept. I feel like the only way to describe this concept would be in the words of Austin Powers. This sort of thing ain't my bag, baby. It's just personally not for me. I just can't see myself getting on board with it, and I feel like you're wasting a lot of product. The next thing I won't be getting is going to be a very unpopular opinion. I will not be getting the Sweet Peach Too Faced palette. I know it's super popular, and I know a lot of people are loving the collection. I just don't like the palette. I would much rather get the highlighter and bronzer blush combo they had, or the lip oils that they had come out. But this palette just didn't do it for me. I mean, first off, the packaging is gorgeous. Once again, I love Too Faced packaging. I'm like a sucker for it every time, but the colors, where's the peach? There's like 4 shades out of this palette that I could definitely say were peaches, but the rest I just don't understand. Now the green I can understand because like I guess the leaf, or like a brown because like the stem or the tree, but just to have like a peach palette and then not deliver that much peach, I feel like was kind of Then again, I feel like they kind of do these things with a lot of their palettes. Like the chocolate bar had a lot of browns, but it also had like some really random colors in it. I don't know, I can see myself making a couple looks out of this palette, but not enough to make it worth the almost $50 that it is. When I spend my money, I want to make sure that I can get the most out of it. That's why I wanted the Graveyard Girl palette. That's why I like Too Faced 9-pan palettes that they have. I just can't see myself getting a lot of use out of this. Now, the fact that it smells like peaches, I absolutely love. I love the idea of scented palettes because I'm a sucker for marketing, and I love the smell of peaches. I love the smell of chocolate, and Too Faced always seems to deliver on that. But this time, I'm gonna have to pass this. Plus, there's a lot of mixed reviews on the consistency of the eyeshadow. I feel like the 9-pan formula everyone really loves from Too Faced, and their chocolate bar palettes, and the Bonbon palette, and the peach palette, everyone just seems to be really confused on and has mixed feelings about. So I'm just gonna save my money for a different palette and move on from this one. The next thing I won't be buying is the Scilla Sponge. Okay, people, can we just admit that this looks like a chicken cutlet bra insert? I know it's been said time and time again, but I can't get over that. And I don't really want to spend $12 for something that's kind of unnecessary. Because if I could just get out my like stash of clothes from high school prom and find like a chicken cutlet, I got that for like $2. Like why spend your money on a $12 one? I mean, sure, it's smaller and it probably is like more ergonomically designed or something, you know, but other than that, I don't see the point in getting it. Now, it does save you a lot of money, I guess, on foundation because it just spreads it around. It doesn't, like, you know, soak up any of the product, but I don't know. I feel like, to me, the money you spend on the sponge is just or not even the sponge, the money that you spend on the Scilla Sponge is kind of like, well, I mean, that's $12. I could have bought like 2 other bottles of my foundation for that. I think it's weird. I think it's unnecessary. A lot of people have mixed reviews about it and whether or not they think it works better than a beauty blender or an artist brush or just regular brushes in general. And I have all those other 3, so why would I waste my money on the Scilla Sponge? It's just, I don't need it and I'm not going to get it. Once again, going against popular opinion, I am not going to be getting the Kat Von D Alchemist palette. Now, this palette is gorgeous. The packaging, oh my god, it breaks my heart. But it is so expensive when if you compared it to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette, you get 2 more shades for almost the same price. Like, you didn't even pay, like, I think it was like $5, $7 difference, and you got 2 more shades that were bigger pan sizes. So to me, it's a waste of money. I understand that you can use them on your lips, you can use them as highlighters, you can use them as eyeshadow, but so can you with the Moonchild palette. I mean, I'd rather spend the money and get that and get 6 shades than spend more on the Kat Von D one and get 4. I understand the packaging is awesome. They spent years and years and years and years on this formulation, but I just can't see myself paying that much money for something so small and so similar to the Moonchild palette. I feel like I'd rather just go and get the Moonchild palette since the shades are so similar. They really are. And I don't know. I'm not hating on Kat Von D Cosmetics. I love some of their ideas, but I just feel like this one was a little bit unnecessary and was more of just like, not gimmicky, but a little bit gimmicky. Then lastly, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette. Everybody is like so excited for this and I'm just not. I feel like there's not that much product there, to be honest, because let's say you make a magical shade out of this that you just absolutely love. How many times can you make that shade? Like 10 times? You know, to cover your entire lips. I don't feel like it's practical. And do I want to get up every morning and mix my ideal shade of lipstick by myself? No. And what if I liked it one way and I put too much the next day and it looked completely different? Now, it is fun. It's a fun idea. I feel like a lot of kids would enjoy this kind of thing, like getting to make their own lipstick and make their own colors and stuff. And as a person who really appreciates art, I mean, I really enjoy that you can make your own shade to whatever you want. Like if you want bright blue or if you want bright lavender, you can make it, or if you want olive green, you can make it. But I feel like it's almost too much work, at least for me. Like when I get up in the morning and I get ready to go, I want to just put on my makeup, put on lipstick, regular. I don't want to have to sit there with a palette and a little tiny scooping knife and just like mix everything and be like, oh, that looks slightly different than yesterday. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this, a little more of this. I don't have time for that. And I feel like it's probably like too expensive to me for something that's more of fun. Like, if I got this, it would be for something fun. Like, hey, come on over, girls, we're gonna do a makeover. We'll make our own custom shades of lipstick. That's fine. If you're a makeup artist, that's fine. I can see how, as a makeup artist, this could be very, very useful if you have clients and you need to mix your own lipsticks and stuff. But once again, I feel like there might not be enough product there to last you a long, long time. And for that reason, like, I'm just not that into it, and I'm gonna have to pass on this one. Anyways, guys, that was my first anti-haul. I absolutely love doing these videos. This was actually a lot of fun. And thank you for watching. Give me a like, comment down below on some of the stuff that you will be anti-hauling. Please subscribe, guys. I will be doing a giveaway once I reach 100 subscribers. Now, I know that seems like a far way off, but I have big plans for this channel, and I'm so excited, and I want to give back to you guys. Stay stellar, guys. Bye!